You said, okay, welcome to the interview. We discussed everything. We talked about the job. You're qualified. We want you here. Okay. But now we have to negotiate a salary. I was like, yes, we have to. What were you thinking? What salary were you thinking of? I said, 2,500. You said, deal.
You took a L.
I was,
Yo.
bro, and hindsight is always 2020. KR, sometimes I've experienced that you negotiate something for someone, say in an employment matter.
Mm.
You negotiate a settlement fee for an employee. The employee thinks it's a very good fee. The employee doesn't want to keep negotiating. She just wants to terminate. She should let's talk about one specific case. She just wanted to terminate the agreement and move on.
So
But we
basically, she didn't want to pay you more for you to continue negotiating. She just wanted to settle, like, let's get this money now.
I can only comment on what I know for sure. So whatever whatever the case may be, we still managed to get a very good deal. But what happened was a couple of colleagues of her managed to get a deal where they received 2 months more in salary pay.
Mm.
And that the person called me just to ask whether or not she can ask for those 2 months as well. But we're talking about a settlement of a quarter of a million. It's not the 2 months different is not
That big.
that much, especially if you take into account the tax that would need to be deducted from such a huge lump sum amount. So, but it just goes to show that in hindsight, you will always have like bitter feelings, and when negotiating. One thing I one time I learned it. The first time I learned this, KR, I was at the university. I was walking in the restaurant, one of the restaurants of the university, and I encountered a friend of mine who was studying psychology, and we sat down. He said, "We have an experiment or a survey.
Mhm.
Oh no, an experiment that we want to test. We're looking for people to test it with, and we want you to
Guinea
participate."
pigs.
Well, it wasn't those type of experiments. My body stayed integral. My bodily integrity was not harmed, but it was just questions. So he explained to me the test. It was basically an experiment to negotiate a salary, and we would negotiate. So he built it up, right? So we would have to negotiate a salary. So you need to choose between 1,000 and 2,500, 2,500 does and we have to try to negotiate a salary in between that amount. I said, okay. So we have to negotiate. He said, yeah. So I was preparing myself, but I wasn't negotiating. I had no experience negotiating at that point,
Mm.
but I was like, okay, I have to negotiate. Okay, let's do it. He said, okay, welcome to the interview. We discussed everything. We talked about the job. You're qualified. We want you here. Okay, but now we have to negotiate a salary. I was like, yes, we have to. What were you thinking? What salary were you thinking of? I said, 2,500. You said, deal.
You took a L.
I was,
Yo. Oh my god.
I was like, yo,
Wait. You were, guys. RJ was like, no, no. Wait. Wait. No, that's not the deal I wanted. I wanted 3,000. I want 3,000.
The immediate, and he said, deal. How do you feel? I was like, oh, so that's what the experiment is about. It's not about. So, so yes. So, yeah, so
That's rule number one, guys, in negotiation. You set, if you're first, you're gonna set the base.
yeah.
If you set the base, please don't go.
It's about anchoring, right? You need to
Yeah,
anchor.
the anchor. Yeah, I use the word base, but it's anchoring.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that I felt bad. So I can only imagine that these two guys might feel bad that they settled for, again, we don't know what the amount is that they settled for with Starbucks. We do know that they settled for $1 million. $1 million.
I hope they did for $1 million at least.
No, maybe with regards to Starbucks, I doubt it.
Oh, the city,
But the city, they settled for a buck, a buck each. I hope it's each again. I think it's each. It's not even worth it to find out whether it was each or not.
Can't even buy a slice of pizza in New York, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Can you imagine, Gar, if they go to Starbucks with a buck, they'll call the police on them again because they'll say they can't pay. So they can't pay and they won't leave.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
$1?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Can only buy a ticket to the toilet if you pay $1.
Yeah. So, well, let's see what will happen to these guys. Well, nothing's gonna happen. Everything's finished. Starbucks took a major L, and it's not Starbucks. Let's say the brand's fault. What happened in Philadelphia, at the Rittenhouse branch on that particular day, but the way they handled it wasn't the best way, as it seems.
Yes. Anything else you want to add, RJ?
Okay, I think it was clear. All I want to say is to everyone